welcome to another stream. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. I appreciate every single one of you. Um, Entering the weekend, so I'm hoping you have a great weekend to come. Yeah, so today we're going to be doing some, well, drawing, a quicker figure drawing, reference being uh, Jim Lee. We're going to be trying to like copy his art styles to be his art style. I've been doing this for like a few days now. Just trying to draw and like get a feel for his style, and yeah, that's what we're going to focus on today. Hopefully it's productive and we don't waste so much time. If you're just tuning in, please just click on the like button. Really helps out, and subscribe if you haven't. I appreciate it. Every little subscription is appreciated. Thank you very much. So we're just going to quickly start. If you have any questions, any comments, any suggestions, any inputs, just let me know and I'll answer it to the best of my ability. Yeah, so yeah, I'm just going to well, I've been drawing guys for like 2 days now, so I'm just going to draw a character, one of my female characters in my comics. Yeah, I have my reference here for her character design. I recently like updated this, just spent, took me quite a while to be honest, but I did it and I'm happy with it. And one of the characters in my comics, her name is Musa Rudiger, and I'm going to draw it. Yeah, I think I'm going to draw her without the mask, and since Diana's face is showing, I'm just going to try to, like, because I'm trying to study style, so I want to see how how much I can adapt it. So I'm just going to draw my character without the mask, and so that we can copy it as close as possible. And she has some skin here, a lot of skin showing, so I don't, my character doesn't like have any skin showing at all. Like, she has like a cybernetic arm, and then she has a cybernetic arm, and then she has like full body armor like showing. So she's not going to be, I'm not going to be able to draw the skin. She has like sort of like Kevlar around her skin, from the top to the bottom. So we'll just try to copy what we can at least. I always have problems with the face because I usually have to take my time to draw the face, and most times I'm very dismissive of the face because I try to get the entire figure whenever I do these studies, and that is wrong of me. Like yesterday, I wasn't completely satisfied with the face that I drew. I didn't like it at all, I can't lie. So this I'm going to try to do better. I'm going to try and get the flow of her body. uh, it's quite a cool pose, to be fair. So I'm going to put our center line, very important. Sometimes I do forget to put this center line. She's a lady, and despite the fact that she's fit, she's not going to have like enormously broad shoulders, like bodybuilders shoulders. That's not going to be the case. Yeah, but we'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do. I'm just going to try to quickly sketch this. Hello Fatima again, welcome. Thank you for leaving a like in the video. I really appreciate it. And thank you for tuning in as well. Hope you're having a lovely evening or afternoon, wherever you are, depending on the time zone. And it's night over here. It's quite late. It's 11. You can see her arm is a bit foreshortened here. So we're just going to try to do that. And she's holding her lasso. I really appreciate everyone that tunes in and just says hi. I know sometimes because there are not a lot of people, it can be a bit awkward. So I really appreciate those um, that actually like say hi. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Anyways, I can already see that I'm making a lot of mistakes already, and that happens. But you just have to be like patient with yourself and don't be so scared, and just like try to finish the complete the pose. And that's what I'm going to try and do here. And it's important to understand your measurements as well. Very important. So it's like her waist is kind of shifted, tilted to the side a bit. The underwear like shape has really helped me with like my torso um, a lot. It has helped me with my torso a lot. So I'm going to use that. I'm drawing it big. One reason, for two reasons. It's so that it can be visible because I'm not like doing a screen recording. Because the sketch can be quite light on the camera, so it's going to be visible from how you're seeing it. Even though when I reduce it, it's going to have to not be visible. But I'll try and zoom in as much as possible. Anyways, simple shapes. She has a different costume, and it seems like she's putting her knee up a bit. And then always remember the form of your legs. And the character is quite tall as well. Um, Not as tall as Wonder Woman. She's like 5'10", which is quite tall for a woman. And I think Wonder Woman is like 6 foot tall or 6'2", I don't know. But she's quite tall. She's an Amazon. And the position of the hands. As you can see, because she's a woman, that is kind of like a technique to draw them. Hello, Irene. How you doing? Hope you're having a lovely day, end of work day, going into the weekend. Hope your family is good. And thank you for saying hi. Thank you for reaching out. I appreciate you. Thank you for liking the video as well. Yeah, as I was saying, the way to draw women, to make them they're quite delicate and pretty. So you have to make the features soft in comparison to men. How you make your male character look masculine is that you add a lot of details, you add roughness, and she doesn't have a lot of for like her character design. She has details in the sense of like her armor and stuff like that, but yeah, thank you, Irene. Thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it. What do you work as in specifically? Do you do like paintings? Do you do portraits? Do you do what do you do? I focus on comics, but I do like other stuff like general illustrations because of well, I need money, so I take on commissions and do paintings for people that need them. So what do you do specifically, and what is your preference? My preference would be working on comic books. Mine, to be exact, I honestly don't like doing comic books for people. To be honest, unless they're paying me huge dough, and even then I try to just get rid of the work as fast as possible, so I can do my own work. So what do you draw? That hand, I think I butchered it a bit, but I'll come back to it and adjust it. Yeah, anyways, yeah, I think that's our post done. I think I would like to add this rock. We could do some texture studies that he has done. I think that would be cool. You say you do portraits, maybe anime drawings. I drew Cillian Murphy yesterday. Ooh, that's cool. I also drew Cillian Murphy years ago. Do you have an IG or like Twitter? I'll just write it down, and once I'm done with the stream, I'll check it out and follow you. Or if you're on YouTube here, I can just subscribe to your channel. I think I could check it. Not now. My phone is I'm using my phone to do this stream, so I can't really go out. But you can just write your handle, and I'll check it out, and I'll leave you a comment after the stream. To be quite late though, so maybe you see it in the morning or something. Yes, let me show you. I did do Cillian Murphy years ago, very long time ago, when I was still trying to figure out my own art style. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Yeah, it's in fun. So let me show you. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I can't remember where I put it. It's quite far. It has been a long time. Yes, there it is. Yeah, this is it. The Peaky Blinders. Let me show you the colored version. This is black and white. Let me show you the color version. I just made it black and white. Yeah. Cillian Murphy. I've forgotten his character name. Peaky Blinders. Peak series. Uh, yeah, amazing series. This was my own painting slash illustration. He said, nah, you don't have. You wish you could show your drawings. Yeah, you can. You literally have an internet connection. I just, open an Instagram page and show them. Like, I would be your first follower or subscriber if, you decide to do that. You can do that now. Like opening an Instagram or YouTube or TikTok or any page. Just do that and like message me or like let me know the accounts and I'll follow you. You can do that today or tomorrow or whenever and just let me know and I'll follow you and I'll even share your work on my Instagram and yeah, and even on YouTube. But you have to open the account first of all. Uh Thank you. I really appreciate it. Like, take pictures of your work, man. Take pictures of your work and share it, Irene. Share it, and yeah, I would like to see yours as well. I don't like showing just my own. It would have been cool to like just go to your Instagram and just check it out. That would have been fun. Um, Thank you very much, Irene. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate. I'll return the favor like right after. I'm just going to write your name here so that I don't forget. Uh, because I can't like access my phone at the moment. It's what I'm using to record. Irene 000. You are posting, right? Try and post, man. Try and post. I believe that's the spelling. Irene. God, my eyesight, man. It's like I'm 50 or 80. Underscore 0000. Yeah, I'll check you out, man. I'll check you out. Thank you for engaging with me and stuff. Anyways, adding more detail to the character. Yeah, so I have the character next to me, my character next to me. If you haven't seen it, uh, let me show you again. This is a character design that I did. I did it, I think, about a month ago or so, and I showed it to my co-creator. I don't know if you're seeing it. I did some quick expression sheets as well, so I'm just going to be referencing that as I walk. Then yeah, we'll just have I'll just try and see like what Jim Lee is cooking, or what he cooked rather. I think we have a good, feel of what we're going to do. My character has a spear. She has a retractable spear. So I'm just going to like sort of try and fit that in one of her arms. And then she has some sort of like claws or blades within her left cybernetic arm. And I think I'll just put that here like this. I'll just put that here. I think I didn't get the angle right. I think that's better. Just the spear is quite long, but I'm just going to make it a bit short so that it can fit into the frame. So I can fit into the frame. Yeah, I think that's better. Ooh, oh my goodness! I actually forgot I was in one layer. Just going to have to adjust it a bit. I'm going to do it like I did yesterday. I do like inking and detailing with this pencil because of I don't know, it's just cool to use. Um, so, but I'll just ink like normally, like I did yesterday. So, mm, anyways, I'm going to work on her face now and just try and see. Usually, I always make a mistake with the face. Uh, Even when I try to detail it, like in the sketch face or the sketch phase, I mean, in the sketch phase, and I'll also like add some detailing. Um, so my character, like, when she's on a mission and stuff, she ties her hair in a bun. She doesn't have long hair, um, but it's quite enough to get distracting, like when she's fighting and stuff. So she ties it up in a bun. I don't know how Wonder Woman manages with this, with all the wind blowing around her hair. I mean, it's not the most practical, but that's not exactly why we read comics a lot of the times. So there's that. So, um, but I wanted mine to be a bit more practical. Yeah, anyways. So we're gonna put our two eyes to sort of guide us. Yeah, and put a bit of guideline here and there. Um, my character has a bit more flatter nose than Diana. Bit more flatter and wider. And then the lips. She's also a very serious character as well. So I don't think she would be smiling. I mean, Diana has a bit of smirk to a smile. Mouths are usually the length of mouths at least. If you're not doing anime or like manga, where they have really huge eyes, that is at least one of their major technique for drawing faces. If that's not what you're doing, the mouth usually is it sits like at the middle of the eye, from the middle of one eye to the next. Yeah, that's something you can use to. I remember the mouth. I mean, or you could just do Damura style. Damura style is quite simple. He just does this and then he just adds black. You could just do something like this. He just adds black and maybe a highlight here or there, depending on the light direction, and he's good. I think that is actually really cool. You just upload for me at just call me Chris. Just call me Chris. Okay. So that's the name of your channel, right? Just call me Chris. All right. Let me check. I don't think I have IG on this account, on this pad. I honestly don't like Instagram, to be honest. I just get in there to just schedule posts. Do I have Instagram here? Instagram. I don't have one. Let's check YouTube though. Let's check YouTube. If you're on YouTube, then I'll just check you out now. Just call me Chris. Is this the account? Just call me Chris. I think this is the account. I'm just going to solve. I think this is the account. I hope that's the account though. Because I'm seeing no, that's not it. That's not the account. Hmm. But is it YouTube or is it Instagram? If it's Instagram, I'll have to if it's Instagram if it's Instagram, I'll have to check it later because Instagram is on my phone, not my pad. I really don't like Instagram, to be honest, as a platform. Uh, but I do post there a lot. I do go there and just schedule post and just leave as fast as possible. Oh, it's Pinterest. It's on Pinterest. All right, no problem. I'll still check it out, man. I'll still check it out. Even though I don't know how to navigate the Pinterest space in terms of like following people and checking people out. I still haven't like figured that out. But I will check it out. Let me just put Pinterest here. But do try and create an account, man. Do try and create an account and show people your work. I know sometimes like a lot of people's ads can be quite intimidating, but do create Instagram or something and show your work, man. There are people that would need it. You know, we wouldn't be discussing now if I don't actually share my own work. So you can actually like just create your own people. You could find your own people. The channel we saw a moment ago was weird. uh, I'll probably check it out. If it's like a really weird channel, I'll unsubscribe. I don't care though. uh, each to their own, my brother. Each to their own. Anyway, I'm trying to do this thing where I don't make the mistake of making her face too small because it can be you know as much as I've drawn a lot of faces, you can still make that mistake. You said you just upload them for me and I'll check it out later. How can I see your reacts? Okay, honestly, I don't know how like Pinterest space works, but I'll definitely like it and follow if there's a follow button. I don't know how Pinterest works really, but you can create an Instagram page in just a few minutes, right? You can create an Instagram page in a few minutes. Right here and or are you like feeling a bit not happy about your work or your art style, or is that what's going on here? Because I can show you how horrible my own works were if you know if you want to compare in terms of terribleness in artwork. uh you should really post your work, man. Anyways, I don't know why I'm just a bit scared to do the eye. Anyways, I'm gonna just do it. Just share the work. Come on, just share it. There'll definitely be people. I bet you I've seen a lot of works that are not so great on here on YouTube, where they don't even like go into like refining the video or like how the work looks. The work is pretty amateur, but then people online are pretty accommodating. So they are more accommodating than you think. There are actually some mutants here and there, but some weirdos that will just want to put people down in their arts and how they are trying to improve. But for the most part, there are a lot of good people that um, would actually like applaud your efforts and things like that. So this is so not how I draw my character. I do like a bit of realism though. Yeah, I do watch anime, but not recently. I haven't watched anime in like 3 years or so. I don't know. Me, I can't remember, man. What was the last anime I watched? I did watch anime for a time. I don't watch. I haven't created the time to watch any anime anymore. Uh, but I've watched some of the popular ones. I'm not like an anime buff or anything, but I do keep. I do like. I do look at mangas more. I don't look at the anime. It's not a snobbish thing. It's just I just like I just like looking at the art because I feel like I could learn from it a lot more than just like looking at the anime. So I don't know the popular ones, so I'm not like niche in terms of like some of the other anime. I just focus on action, adventure, and things like that. You said you watched Cyberpunk Edge Runners. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I've watched Cyberpunk Edge Runners. Um, yeah, I watched that years ago. Didn't that come out years ago, or is there like a new season or new TV series? With the one with the guy with the super speed that has a like girlfriend with bob cut or bob hairstyle, where he was like taking these enhancements. Like it's like a dystopian world. That's the one you mean, right? Yeah, if that's the one you mean, I have definitely watched that one. I definitely watched that one. It was fun. It was cool. It was alright. These days, like my, I want to like, um, I'm trying to like get my life in order. So it's quite difficult, and I have to make money. So all these things take time. As much as there are a lot of shows I actually want to watch genuinely, I can't like afford to spend the time doing it because of work and things like that. So something has to be sacrificed, and it's the TV shows that I actually want to watch, but can't. Like, and even comic books and mangas, there are a lot that I want to read, but I just can't because I have to either do that or create my own. And as much as I want to do that, I don't know. I just can't. But I do like my favorite artists. Like if they do release something, I have a list of like favorite artists that I do like go and check out their works. If they release anything, I have a I just check it out. But like actually going niche to check out like what's coming up, what's new. If I see it, I'll probably check it out if I like the art. But it's quite let me flip this to actually see if I'm doing the right thing. And it's quite decent. It's not that bad. Her eyes could be bigger, but I think I like it like this. Where am I from? I'm from Nigeria. I'm currently staying at Plateau State, Nigeria. Um, it's the northern part of Nigeria. That's where I'm currently am. Mm. Uh, What about you? Where are you from? Are you from USA, Canada, Mexico, Peru, Argentina, UK, uh, Ireland? Is that part of the UK? Um, Switzerland, Egypt, Morocco, uh, where else? Iran, Yemen, Libya, uh, where else? South Korea, North Korea, uh, Indonesia. Yeah. I'm going to add her cybernetic arm. Her left arm is, it's like a cyborg like arm, but it's not that like cyborg. So that it's going to be easy for me to draw. Oh, that was the intention. I didn't want to make things quite difficult for myself. Okay, you're from Turkey. Wow. Do you support do you do food do you like do you have interest in football? Do you watch football? Because we have you know one of the reasons why I support Galatasaray, even though it's not the team I support it because of Osimhen. He's Nigerian and he's like one of our star players in Nigeria, so I support him because he plays at Galatasaray, and I like how the fans there treat him. Uh, well, ideally support a team from England. Um, oh. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Sorry. I just went deep into like football. Sorry about that. All right. What are you into? Um, you said you listed all the countries but couldn't find the real answer. Yeah. I'll do better next time to the next person that shows up. I'll try and guess it right. I'm not that good at geography. Yeah. Apart from arts, like what other like things do you do? Because for me, apart from art, I like football. I follow football quite a lot. So for you, do you follow any sports or fashion? Are you into fashion? Uh, what else am I into as a person apart from art? And these days it's just art uh, and football. And even then I do try to limit that a bit more so I can focus on my art and improve it actually. Drawing and playing games, maybe listening to game what? What's that? I don't know what that is. Listening. Do you mean like game streams or like all these like Twitch streams? I don't know what that means. I'm not so into game to be honest. The only game I played in my life was like Call of Duty and FIFA and Contra when I was very young. Um, what else? What else did I play? Yeah, those are the only games I know. I don't know a lot about games, to be honest. Uh, uh, and yeah, of course, I know the popular games, the League of Legends, and I believe Call of Duty is quite popular too. And Marvel Rivals, I think that's like popping off too these days. Um, yeah. Uh, yes, FIFA. Yes, FIFA. Yeah, those are the only games I know, man. Those are the only games I know. And yeah, just FIFA and Call of Duty and Contra. When I was young, I was able to play that one. Uh, Uh, Games are, well, there are a lot of gamers, Nigerian gamers, but gaming is not really that. Maybe it's because I'm not in the niche, or I don't want to say it's not popular like that in my country, but it definitely is in some part of my country. But you know, the way we grow up, we don't have access to a lot of like games and things like that. But I'm sure it's popular. Like there are niches for that. But I'm just not. I'm not just in that area. No, I haven't played Fortnite. I haven't played Fortnite. I don't know a lot about Fortnite. I've seen it. It's quite popular, but I don't know anything about it. I can't lie. I'm a pretty boring person to an extent. I just I just like drawing and I just like comics and I like making money. Those are the only things I like. Like I like gaming, but it's probably just I haven't gotten into it and I haven't been able to like just get into it. That's why. So I can't just say like I don't like it. It's more of I can't afford to game. Um, if not, I'll be drinking what we call Gary here every day, and that could probably lead to some level of blindness. Uh, yeah, I won't be able to pay my bills, and I don't have good enough reflexes to the point where I can like make a living from it, or be like a Twitch streamer or what do they call it these days. Um, yeah. Your favorite game is okay. You hate Fortnite. Do you hate Fortnite? I thought Fortnite was pretty popular. Um, you said your favorite game is Katana Zero. Um, the lore is peak, characters are goated, and everything about it is perfect. Solid 10 out of 10. Okay. Uh, you said Katana Zero. Oh, yes, 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 yes. I do remember something else that I like. My friend introduced me to it. It's books, fantasy novels. Yeah, I like reading fantasy novels. The audiobooks, I don't sit down and read. If not, I won't be able to do anything. Um, I like fantasy novels, at least the popular ones. Um, those are the things I like. Comics, um, FIFA games, and reading fantasy novels. Those are quite cool. Uh, Some of my favorite writers are like George R. R. Martin, Joe Abercrombie, and the rest. Definitely, he's the one I'm actually doing the comic with. Um, he's the one I'm doing the comic with. This comic, the where like this character is in. He's the one I'm doing the series with. So we're quite close, and we talk a lot about fantasy stuff and things like that, and stories. Uh, I like movies too. I like what would I call it now? I like movies and TV shows too as well. There's one I'm currently following. It's called The Pit. It's a medical drama. Um, they mostly do. It's just it's just about a day in the life of like a general surgeon. So I like the intensity and the story and the characters are quite cool as well. So you said you're drawing with me at the same time, by the way. Ah, that's cool. That's cool. That's nice. You're the second person that has actually told me that you're drawing with me in a stream. So that's nice. Have I ever watched Dexter? Hmm. Yes, I have. Dexter is so much fun. Yeah, yeah. I've watched Dexter. I've even watched the recent one. Is it Dexter Resurrection? Um, yeah, the one where he has a son now, and his son is like battling urges to not be like his father, and trying to navigate life as well. Yeah, that's cool. That's a really nice story. Yeah, I've watched Dexter. I've watched the original one. I watched it a long time ago, even before the Detective Dokes meme started circulating around the internet and Twitter. I think that meme made a lot of people begin watching Dexter a lot, uh, and catch up to the series. Um, there were a lot of there are a lot of things he got away with a lot of things that ideally, if you had a proper competent law enforcement agency, they would probably have caught him a long time ago. But he kept getting away with what he was doing. And to be fair, Detective Dokes later figured it out, and for him, he was then framed for everything. So, oh shit! Hey, I think I spoiled it. Oh my god, you had season two. Oh, I thought you were done. I'm sorry, man. I think I spoiled it. I think I spoiled it. I think I just let out a spoiler. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Um, Sorry about that. Okay, you're at season two, and it started to get boring after Brian died. You know what? Who's Brian again? I can't remember. Who's Brian? Let me check. Dexter. Dexter Brian. Dexter Brian. Dexter. Wait, am I? Wait. Oh yeah, Brian. Yeah, now I remember his brother, right? Yeah, his brother that was also like a psychopath. I don't know. Maybe it's because I like the actor, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Now, I was talking about the old Dexter, the early one where he had his sister. Um, Anyways, sorry about that. I think maybe I spoiled it. Anyway, I'm just adding detail to her costume. Which other series is quite popular these days? Yeah, I was really happy figuring out that Dexter had family outside of just the detective. Outside of his adopted one. Um, but it was just sad after everything that happened. But what kind of made me still like his the entire character is the family dynamics, the fact that he has a son and stuff like that. It's very it's a very morbid series, but it's still fun. Um, and it's always unfortunate for the people that actually get into his life, because something bad ends up happening, because he always finds a way to just get entangled in some um very dangerous activities. And let me just put this here. Yeah. uh Dexter, I believe probably if I watch it again, like the old one, I'll probably like see a lot of like plot holes and stuff, because I was quite young. There was a time in my life where I was just watching everything. I wasn't like, I didn't care. I was just watching everything. Um, so like whatever movie came out, I just watched it. Whatever was available. But I then became very picky with what I watched. I became very picky. Or I've become very picky with what I watch. Um, do I know Berserk Law? Yeah. Do you mean the manga? If you mean the manga, I know about the manga. I've read like just I think just 5 or 6 issues or six chapters. I think that's how they call it. 5 or 6 chapters. Uh, but I don't know if you mean another like Berserk. If you mean the normal Guts Berserk, I have read a bit of it, and for whatever reason, I can't seem to create the time to actually like go far in it at least. But I've read Berserk, um, just a few issues. I really like the art style, and that is one thing with me when reading comics and manga. I have to like the art style. If not, it can be quite difficult for me to follow along or like keep up with the series. Like JJK, for instance, this popular anime. Um, like I've watched the anime like season one and like the popular fights, the Mahoraga fights and what's his name, Gojo. But like the manga, I don't follow the manga. I would rather watch the anime than the manga because of the art style. The art style is alright, but it's not my cup of tea. Sometimes they can look like really rough sketches, and yeah, that's just not for me. So art style is pretty important whenever I'm looking at manga. Um, your friend is a fan of Griffith. Made him start Berserk, and he loves Griffith. I don't know what my mistake was. Maybe he likes the idea of Griffith, uh, because I don't know how to put it. Like there are a lot of people who are fans of like villains, like even the Joker. Weirdly enough, like really like psychopathic characters like that. I don't know, why, but you know, maybe it's the idea of characters like that existing, or maybe it's his charisma. Griffith is quite a charismatic character, so and I would argue he's one of the best villains in would I say comics and manga, one of the best, very well written, and yeah, so you could like him as a character, like there are different ways to like characters. So I personally wouldn't like Griffith for anything. Like if I were to like develop my own character, a very compelling character, you could definitely take Griffith as an inspiration. But to actually like the character, I don't think I ever would. Yeah. So maybe he just likes Griffith as a character, or maybe the idea of Griffith as a character, and not like Griffith necessarily. Um, because like in with the books I've been able to I read the popular ones. I'm not any like snob or highbrow kind of person that just read these very niche books. So there's a book that I read called First Law series, by Joe Abercrombie, and in the series he mostly deals in what they call grimdark. And in the series, his characters are not necessarily good people. They are very realistic to how like humans are, and they are quite irredeemable as people. But you find yourself enjoying and loving the characters. In fact, Book Talk and the fantasy world really love a lot of his characters, and it's not necessarily because they are good people. It's just because they are fun characters to read about. Um, yes, so for me, a lot of the characters in his book I really find interesting, and they're really great because he's a very skillful writer. He's really good at character arcs and things like that. His characters are fun to read. They are quite funny. They are quirky. Even though like his characters a lot of the time can be, if they, like they were to be, you know people that you encounter in real life, they'll be very annoying, and you don't want to be around them. But reading them as a literary material, it's quite fun. So at the end of the day, it's all escapism. Is that the word? I think I made her too tall and her head too small. I'm going to adjust that now. I mean, I can get away with it, but I don't want her head to be that small. And of course, I'll ink it. So just adjust that a bit and make it bigger. I think do I need to make the head a bit more bigger? I probably do. Anyways, I think her head needs to be straighter as well. All the adjustments you need to make when you're drawing. It's part of the process. You know, the pose isn't the most perfect, but I think it's all right. As you can see, even though Diana is quite a muscular character, she's very fit and athletic. He doesn't add a lot of muscles like he does with the male characters, because realistically, first of all, men are usually more muscular than women, um, and to actually make her, like still keep her like beautiful and stuff, he has to not add a lot of like details. If not, she will just look like a bodybuilder that is on testosterone, um, rather than just a cool superhero. Aesthetics is also very important. Yeah, thank you, Irene. Um, I appreciate. Yeah, it's all about refining and refining, I believe. Um, it's all about refining, constant refinement, and eventually it will look all right. So I'm going to add, I think that's it. I'm going to add, I'm going to start detailing and add the hatching lines and things like that. I hope I'm not missing any detail. I don't think I am. Or probably her staff. Probably her staff. Yeah, I think that's everything. Now to the detailing part of it. I don't think I did justice to this face, man. It can be better. Mm. I don't want to touch it too much and then end up making it look terrible. Anyways, it's time for inking. And pick my inking brush. And I'll begin with her face. By the way, Irene, what are you drawing? Are you doing a figure drawing or portrait? Or portrait drawing? Uh, so this character has like a big eyebrow as well. Musa over here. She has huge eyebrows. Of course, you could just make it black. But usually I don't know, I like adding like the shape, the shape of the eyebrows a lot of the time. You're drawing girls with curls. All right, curly hair. All right. Okay. So you're just doing like sketches. Wish I could see it as well. It's not fair that you can see my work and I can't see yours. All right. Her eyes here are quite huge. Um, but I didn't make mine as huge as that because most times I do like I said, I do like my realism here and there. Um, but I'll try and like be do justice to his style. Exactly. You can see mine. Not fair. She has a b- dark brown eyes. Um, she has dark brown eyes, and he also adds the eyelids as well. Even though he makes in comparison to the men that he draws, the eyelids are very. I said the eyelids. The eyelashes are very thick, and usually thick eyelashes are very attractive. So you know, you won't see him doing thick eyelashes for the men he draws. So you can see it's you could even argue it's a bit manga. It's a bit manga style. The way he drew the eyes here, because a lot of manga draw eyes like this. Even though, to be fair, they make it a lot better than the way he did his. So I think we're on track. And then the nose. I mean, let me not make that terrible. Yeah. So I never understood why anime usually they usually hardly put nose on their characters, but when I started drawing comics, I actually figured out why. And the reason is the less nose and the less features there are on the face, or the smaller the features on the face are in comparison to the eyes, the much more cuter and adorable the character would be. So if I were to make her, even though she has really curious eyes now, serious eyes, she has a serious look, and I just made like the mouth a bit smaller, like this, something like this. You'd see that would be a lot more adorable in comparison, and just add the jaw here and there. It's a lot more adorable than if I were to just put her entire lips. And of course, when you're drawing the lips, you don't necessarily have to put every single um, detail of the lip, unless of course you are adding makeup. Even though it would look well, it just depends on if you're drawing a woman or like a child or a female child. Um, yeah. So I'm just going to sort of apply Damura's technique here, or I'll just apply his, since I'm studying Jim Lee, I'll just apply his own technique here, the way he drew the makeup. Um, don't know if that's all right. Mm. And I think we'll do the hair now. His hair is really cool, man. The way he draws his hair, the detailing of the hair, really takes his time on it. I don't think I can be like patient to do hair the way he does. Um, that's why I kind of like prefer seeing the black and whites in comparison to the colors. I wish they released two editions whenever they release their comics, so that you could, just see the black and white of the characters. Ideally, she has something like a, what I call edge control on the hair, and then because it's not like she's it's not like they're carving the hair, so there has to be some strands here and there. I don't know. Am I putting the bun in the right position? Anyways, ooh, that's too much. Yeah, that's all right. Um, like I said, I would encourage you to, if you have a character that you're working on, just look at that character. John, how old am I, by the way? You're 18. I'm currently 26 years old. I'll turn 27 this year, by the way. I'm 26. So you're just finishing like secondary school or high school, or what do they call it in Turkey? They call it secondary school over here in Nigeria. I don't know if I'll put earrings. So she doesn't have earrings. And no, I'm not 20. I was 20 a long time ago. I was 20 in 2019. I think by then I was already in university. Are you like in uni, or like you're done with secondary school? I don't know what they call it there though. I think this jaw is skewed. Mm. So if you're having issues with like you're not sure how symmetrical the face is, you can always flip your screen. You can always flip your screen. Ah, ish, that neck was stiff. Yeah, you can always flip your screen and to just check if you're drawing, because it might look all right the way you're looking at it, but then you might then flip it and it will look very awkward. So practice flipping your screen. Even though traditionally, it wouldn't work if you're working traditionally. and then just adding details to her. What you could do here is like this area, you could just add shadow here a bit. If like your character is wearing a bit of a collar, because, well, because of the form of the neck and the muscle around the neck. If you look at the male characters he draws, let me see if I can show some of them. Well, I have a drawing I did here. If you look at the male characters he draws, if you look at their neck, because they are quite muscular, their necks are thicker and than that of the women, and it wouldn't be nice, it wouldn't look good to make their necks very thicker. Um, you don't know if this system exists in Nigeria though, but you study at an open high school. Open high school? Open high school? What's that? So he looks like a giga chat. I was actually copying. Let me show you the reference I was using. Um, let me show you the reference I was using. Where is it? Jim Lee. Let me show you the reference I was using. Where is it? I mean, I guess he looks like a giga chap because my character is African and he doesn't have slim lips. But like Superman over here is Caucasian. So I guess maybe that just added to the look. Yeah, so like the male characters have thicker necks, and the female characters don't. I don't know what open high school is, but what we have here in Nigeria is our system is basically we have private secondary schools and public secondary schools. The public secondary schools are not what you think they are. They are not like the really good public secondary schools abroad. They are very horrible. Like they don't have any facilities. They are terrible. And in terms of the private secondary schools, the private secondary schools are kind of like in tiers. So like they are the good ones, and then they are the ones for the nepo babies and things like that. So whenever you hear someone is going to like private secondary school, it's not necessarily a flex. Usually it's just like a normal secondary school. So both poor people and rich people, well, middle class, they all go to you know private secondary schools. The education is also better, but the public secondary schools are very terrible. So our secondary school is high school, and we usually graduate very young, I think. Well, I still think like the system still catches up at the end of the day, in relation to the rest of the world. Like I graduated secondary school at 16, so and I would have entered university at 17, but it didn't work because like it, there's a lot of competition like to get into a decent university. Um, so I just didn't. In the first year, so I actually wanted to not go to university any longer. I just wanted to go to an animation school, like just find a decent animation school and just go there and study animation. But it didn't work, and my mom didn't allow, well, not that she didn't allow me, she persuaded me to just write the exams once more. And then I got into the one in my state because the university I wanted to go to, because I actually applied for law. The university I wanted to go to, um, I wasn't accepted. There was a lot of competition, and grades were really high. And of course, there's a little bit of bribery and corruption here and there that you have to do to get in. Open high school is like you study at home, you don't go to school, and you go exam only for only like twice only like twice, and you pass the exam, you graduate. Oh, all right. Okay, so you like what do the Americans call it? Homeschooled. You are homeschooled, and then you have like an exam that you just go, and then if you pass, you then graduate to like the next phase or the next institution. Okay, I get what you mean. I get what you mean. We don't have that here. Um, our parents are too busy in the markets, and that system wouldn't work. Uh, that system wouldn't work here at all. Like our systems, like the infrastructures here are very poor, like terrible. Like this is a third world country, so me being online right now, I would even count it as a miracle because my internet connection could just turn off at any moment's notice. So, like, when you actually live like that, and then you have like things like education we're quite good like in education, but like the rest of our infrastructures are really poor. Um, yeah, so that's just it. But what you have is quite cool. It's called homeschool in English. Um, that's new. My broker's English is crying in the corner. No, I mean it's called open high school in your part of the world. So I only know that because I watch a lot of American movies. So that is how I know what homeschool is. But what we usually do here is that apart from just like going to school, one thing we usually do is that we have what we call summer lessons, and then we have what we call lesson teachers that usually come like so. If you're having issues with a particular subject, or they call them tutors around the world. So if you're having an issue with a subject, you could actually your parents would just you know employ a lesson teacher or a tutor, and they'll teach you whatever subject it is that you're having issues with. Like me, for instance, um, my problem with the only like subjects that I had issues with was usually science subjects, but then I wasn't a science student, so but math was pretty like important. So I wasn't good at math, so I had to. My parents like they had to like work extra hard to just pay for extra math lessons, and still for whatever reasons the math wasn't mathing in my brain. So yeah, I just had to tell them to stop. I'll just find a way. I just had to ask my friends and classmates, the most intelligent people in class, to help me out, and they did. But it still felt like advanced calculus either way. Felt like quantum physics to me. But I'm 100% sure that I would do better in math like now. Of course, my brain is much more developed than then. Yeah, so yeah, that's our school system. Um, so you have like we usually have 6 years in like secondary school. Uh, so you usually enter like 12, I think, and then graduate at like 16. Enter like 11, 9, I be 11 years. I don't remember. It was a long time ago. Uh, yeah. So yeah, with regards to university, so once I was done, like with school, we do have a lot of strikes here, worker strikes, and that's because the government don't pay the teachers. So the staff, the teaching and the non-teaching staffs in the university, they just go on strike and they decide not to work again. And depending on how much compliance or how quickly the government complies with the demands of the staffs, you could be at home for a long time. And that is how I was able to work on my art. I was at home for a while, most times. You said that math thing you just said just paused my brain. You also had issues with math as well, or you have issues with math. Yeah, I guess it's a universal thing for most people. Uh, yeah, I had issues with math. Like I was a pretty average student. Like I got good grades, but when it came to math, I was like it was abject failure for me. So I would get something like what would they call it? So we had economics. We had subject like economics because I was in social science class. So we had subjects like economics, civic education, um, what else? Literature. Uh, there are a lot of subjects. There are a lot of subjects though, but I would do well in those subjects. I'll do fairly well. In the We had financial accounting as well. I'll do well in those subjects. I didn't do well in financial accounting, but I'll do well in those subjects. And then in my math subjects will actually be the ones that will take my grade down, and it will affect my position in class a lot. So yeah, you said you were good at only English in class, um, like no history, no math, no physics. Are you cooked? No, you're not cooked. I promise you, you're not cooked. I wasn't good at I wasn't good at math. Uh I wasn't good at financial accounting, but I still passed all my exams. So and the standards were fair. So like you're good. You don't have any problems. You don't have any problems. It's not that serious. It's not that deep. What do you want to like do? Do you want to be an artist, or like you want to do a professional course like be a doctor, or do you want to work in business? uh, what do you want to do? Because initially what I wanted to do was I wanted to become a lawyer, um, you know but deep down it's not what I wanted to do. I actually wanted to become an artist, uh, do comic book art. Actually I wanted to become an animator, but then I began reading a lot of comics, and I wanted to do comic books. You know, I haven't been making money from it. I mean, I've done freelance works here and there, but I haven't like made. I don't make a proper living from it. Where I make my living is like people give me paintings to do, and I do them, and that's how I've been surviving. So, if I asked your opinion, um, we are both cooked. But you're an adult. It's all right, I guess. But you're definitely cooked. No, I actually believe the reverse would be the case because you have more time. Yeah, so if anyone is if anyone is cooked, it'd be me. So because you have more time on your side, like you're very young, you're crazy young. So like when I was like even when I was like 22, I didn't know anything. I was just hustling, like to make a living and stuff like that. So and I didn't know a lot. Um and I wouldn't say I was cooked, but like life wasn't like very great. So you actually have a lot of time to chase what you want to chase. You're all right. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. Just pick what you want to do and just don't let anybody like discourage you on what you actually have passion for, what you want to do. If preferably, I'll suggest you just do something that actually makes a lot of money that you enjoy. Um, yeah, that's what I'll suggest. I'll suggest you even start a YouTube channel. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. You said your laugh made me laugh. So funny. Yeah, yeah. Don't worry. You're good, man. You're good. You're still very young. Um, so it's not an excuse to like not take life seriously, but you still have to like just explore the things you want to explore, like the things you actually like, what you want to do. If it's a professional course, um, you know, you just begin and eventually you make money. I would suggest you do a professional course, if you asked me, something that can, make you money whilst you actually pursue your passion in the background. Like I went to university and I couldn't get a job. I stayed, you know, like what I studied, I couldn't get a job. Like there's no job in my country. Like there's no work. A lot of the work how I survive is that I do freelancing. Is the skill that I learned by myself, which is art. That's why I actually get my daily bread and feed myself and things like that. So um, you have to figure out what you want to do. If it's arts, if you have another passion, if it's video games, if you want to do video games, you want to be like a Twitch streamer or something. I suggest you quite start now. You start now and dedicate to that for like 18 months, and you begin to make a decent living from it. I promise you. Um, you know, it's how life works. What do you want to do? Sleeping all day? Is there such a course? There's no such thing as sleeping all day. What I wanted to do actually was if I could just watch movies all day. That would be nice. But there's no such course, so you just die of hunger, and there will be no groceries. And in fact, you wouldn't even be able to afford to sleep, right? Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, life is quite brutal, and so there's no cause for like just sleeping all day. You eventually have to get a job or find something that that pays the bills, and because as much as our parents love us, they are going to expect you to begin taking care of yourself at some point, or if they can link you up with a job or something extra you can be doing. You said you like games, so maybe you could try that out. If you have a decent system or computer, you can start streaming. I know it can be frustrating at first, but eventually you get the followers if you are consistent enough. As long as you have internet connection, you can do whatever you want, and still make a decent living. I believe even sleeping is possible, but that is a very niche area. You could stream yourself sleeping or something like that, but it's a very niche area, and I don't think a lot of people will pay for that. I don't know, it's a weird world, so some people might pay for that, but I don't know. Yeah, uh, getting getting there. Um, the reason why I try to stream every day in terms of art is, to develop my own audience, so I don't have to do commissions anymore. I can just live off the videos that I make. Um, because right now I do jobs for people, uh, get commissions. It doesn't pay enough, first of all, and the job is quite stressful. Um, and I don't want to do it anymore. Plus, it's not like the type of paintings I like doing, and I can't share the paintings because I'm sort of like under contract. So there's a lot of negatives to it, uh, but the cash helps out here and there. Um, while making videos and like doing my own comics, like telling my own stories, is actually what I want to do, but it's not possible if you don't have money. So that's why I do this on the side. So I just dedicate like 2 hours a day or something, and then the rest of the day I do the jobs that actually pay the bills. So um you don't work. You said you don't work because you live with your family. You live in your family's house, but you're praying. You're paying. You're pay- you're paying with your mental health, by the way. You don't have PC. You only watch gameplays, sadly. Damn lie. Wow. You sound like you're in the trenches. You sound like you're in the trenches. Oh, sorry about that. I mean, well, it depends on if your how strict your family is, um, on what you want to do. You said, wait, your family don't let you work or something. I don't know how it works over there in Turkey though. Um, I'm not, I'm not educated in like geographics and how things work other parts of the world. So are you saying like if you were living alone, you would be able to walk or something like that? Because I think your parents should be able to like support you, maybe get a job or something. They are pretty strict, like no friend, no short skirts, no boyfriend. You're cooked, not cooked. You're burnt. Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, well, they sound like every Nigerian parent, first of all. Nigerian parents are pretty strict, but I just know deep down they just love you. But they are quite they have like, how would I put it? They are quite strict. Because first of all, I live in a religious household, so whenever when I was growing up, my parents were also strict as well. So um, you, but I don't, to be honest, I don't regret like any of their strictness because it actually did prevent me. Because my personality, I'm quite a stubborn person, and I did have a lot of fights with my parents while growing up. But we're in a, we still have a very good relationship. We have a great relationship, in fact, with my parents. But like a lot of the things that they taught me or like they mentioned about, um, it made me like a better person. So I understand it can be, strict, but it just depends on how strict. Like sometimes you have to like show some resistance like to your parents, in as much as they may love you. A lot of the times the love might come from fear, and it won't let you actually be the person that you want to be. Like when I was in university, I went to there was an artist that actually mentored me, and he sort of like took me under his wing and he taught me a lot about art. So I was always going to his I was always going to his studio, and whenever I came back from like my courses and stuff like that, classes, I would go to his studio and I would stay there for a very long time, onto the night. But my parents were not having it because I was staying with them at the time, and I had just finished secondary school, so I was still quite young. But it's caused a ruckus in the house because I wanted to be staying there overnight to work, because I didn't have a digital drawing tablet at that time. So I had to use the one in the studio. I couldn't afford one. I was saving money to get one. So like I told them I wanted to stay in the studio so that I can learn and practice more and get more time. But they just they wanted me to just focus on my school. But it was not like I was neglecting school or anything. I was I pay attention in class. I take my notes. I study whenever I have exams and things like that. But like they were quite adamant about me not going to the studio. So yeah, it caused like issues and like serious issues, like relationship issues, and um, we had a bit of fight here and there. But eventually I won and I was able to stay in the studio. but it took me like resisting them a bit. So as long as all you're doing is all right and good, there's nothing wrong with that. Hello Dio, how you doing, bro? Thanks for coming again. I really appreciate you. How work now? Irene, you said, bro, tell me about Nigeria and I'll tell you about Turkey. I watched a video about India today. Some of them are worshipping rats. I mean, why? Worshipping rats. I mean, okay. Worshipping rats. Oh my god. Dio, can you imagine? They're worshipping rats. Like I don't know. India has a pretty bad reputation. Like almost everything I hear, I hear about them is like it's weird. There was a festival I heard where they actually um stone each other. Um, was it human dung? They were like, you know how you have these snowball fights during like the winter seasons or like December periods. Like if you have snow, um they were actually throwing themselves human dunks. I don't know why. They have a pretty bad reputation online. They have some weird traditions, but I'm not someone to judge. So, or worship still. That's quite funny. So they were eating the same meal the rats were eating, and I was like, hell no, I ain't gonna watch this shit. Yeah, I've seen some. My friend, even my friend, actually showed me some videos about India, and there's like this viral videos that about their street food, where they like whenever they are now they have this really weird street food that they have this weird street food where like it just looks like they are mixing I don't know, like gutter water or something like that, and there's this music they usually put next to it, and it's just like they call it bacteria music anytime. I don't know, man. India. Yeah, but Nigeria, we also have our problems. Like we have apart from like the bad government and like corrupt government and things like that. Uh, another issue we have is uh, we also have issues with waste management, in the sense of like there are like huge piles of dirt, like places where there are like huge refuges like around. um you find it in the streets, like on the roads. Some governments in some states actually try to keep it clean, but like the dirt is just quite a lot. We call it bola here. Call it bola here. Yeah, you know, it's quite a dirty environment, and there are places due to like extreme poverty that it's very terrible. Now you said when it comes to street food, I'd rather starve, man. They have pretty good cuisines though. Okay. I don't know anything about I don't know because of how bad the reputation like India has in terms of um like street food. I don't know anything about their like cuisines and stuff. Uh, but I like our own street food in Nigeria. It's quite good. Even though, like, sometimes you have to have how would I put it now? It's not palatable for most people, but it's quite good. A lot of people have attested to it. So yeah. Our problem in this country is just bad government, and it affects every single sector in our country. So yeah, that's just the issue. It affects the education, it affects the sports sector, it affects like every single sector. So everything is just bad here, and making progress is quite difficult. So like if you wanted to like study abroad or like move to another country, it's really difficult here in Nigeria. Um, there are a lot of things that you would want to register for abroad, and you can't do that because of you're in Nigeria. We have issues like we don't even have PayPal in this country. Like PayPal doesn't work in Nigeria. Can you believe it? PayPal, like that every country has, we don't have it in Nigeria. Um, it's just very poor. It's just terrible. So like the way like people pay me, because a lot of the clients I get are actually outside, so I have to use things sites like Payoneer to actually receive payments in dollars and things like that. Very sneaky ways, and those ways end up ripping you off and things like that. It's not a nice place to live, man. I'm telling you, Turkey is way better than where I am. I promise you that. You said in Turkey, um, you guys have badass kebabs. Um, no armpit hair, 100% clean kebabs. Yeah, I've heard good things about Turkish food. I watched a stream where like a guy, a British guy, he talks about football. So he does football streams, and I watch him. So I watch football matches when he watches it, and he just has discussion with the people watching his streams. And he talks a lot about like he travels a lot, so he talks a lot about like Turkish kebabs, and yeah, I've heard good things. I don't think, well, they are not kebabs are not accessible where I am though. So one day, hopefully, I'll taste it. Um, Dayo, you're from Nigeria as well. I know you're a guy. Yes, Irene, Dayo is my friend. He's a fellow artist. He has a YouTube channel as well. And that's his page, Dayo GFX. And that's his YouTube channel. He does digital art as well with me. Um, and he's the one that will also encourage me to do like live streams. So he's one of the reasons why I'm here. So thanks, Dayo. Um, Dayo said Nigerians aren't too different, by the way. India and Nigeria are pretty similar. We are both smart people with terrible government, and we're also pretty good scammers as well. We're like twins. Exactly, exactly, exactly. We have good scammers. Like we have good scammers, really good scammers, and that is also what has affected our reputation internationally. um, we have good scammers. I can't lie. Like they even scam us. Like wouldn't it be wiser for them to just scam the government? But they scam the people. Can you imagine? They scam the people, not the government. Like we have like a reverse Robin Hood system. That's just terrible. Kebab and sarma, m- man, manti dinner. We have lots of meal, bro, and they are really delicious. Yeah, those sound delicious. We have lots of nice dishes here too. Um, but the average family can't afford them. So we eat what they call gari, which is basically cassava. Uh, and you know, once every 6 months, if you are rich, you can just have shawarma. If you've been able to save enough. So basically, gari and rice is you know what we eat pretty often, and then we have just basic bread and pure water. So yeah, this is the average meal of a Nigerian: gari, rice, bread, and pure water. So even our basic protein is very difficult. Like meat is pretty expensive here. Say Gary. Bro, I'm telling the truth. I'm telling the truth, man. Like, I have to be honest. I mean, well, we do have pretty nice dishes as well. It's just that I don't know enough of them. Um, so whenever you know, I'm feeling rich, I just treat myself to either shawarma or fruit salad. That's just what I take. So you've just been laughing throughout this live stream. Yeah, me as well. Me as well. Hmm. Bro, we need to get out of this country as fast as possible, man. We need to get out as fast as possible and save our generation. Yeah. We do have suya though, like suya. Suya is just like it's just beef meat. Um, and there are some joints where you can get like catfish and um what we call like nkwobi. It's basically like goat meat and like goat head and yeah. We have some really nice meal, but it's just they're not affordable. Um like and it's not like how do I put it? You only eat them during occasions, during special occasions. Like you can't just go ahead and just like have those kind of really high protein meals like that. Unless you are rich. um Irene said, yeah, Dio, why didn't you text at the beginning of the chat? She was just alone, only her. And it was just two of us that were just chatting throughout this video. Should have, you know, helped out and contributed. Like he just popped in to say hi and now he's gone. And he's probably, he's probably doing his own commission jobs. Uh, yeah. We're almost done with this because I'm just adding her boots. I really do like the metal on Wonder Woman here. That's uh that's really cool. But my character has sort of like leather boots she's wearing, so I'll probably just like mimic the details on her clothes. Yeah, I think Dio has turned in for the night because it's quite late here. It's I think it's 12:44. It's 12:44 a.m. So it's quite well. It's quite early, but it's it's late in the sense that people will still be sleeping. and I know having a bit of issue doing this. Yeah, I think that is it. That is it. And I'll just add detail on her spear, on her spear, on her spear. Let me just show you the reference for the character design. Again, this is the reference. This is the character design I'm using. Thanks, Irene. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm not done yet, though. I'm not done. I still have to add some blacks here and there. So this is the costume that I'm copying. I did character design for this a while ago. So just adding the spear. Why is the sword design looking like a Pokemon ball? The sword design looks like a Pokemon ball. It's actually a spear. It's actually a spear, a long staff. And what actually inspired it is, we have a cattle rearers over here in Nigeria, especially in the northern part of the country. Let me show you. Northern cattle rearers. Right, so they usually have these sticks that they usually like use to head the cows, right? They have these long staffs that they use to like head the cows around, things like this. So there's usually this poles that they usually have whenever they are heading like cattle. So that is kind of what inspired. Like I saw the post and I liked it, and I just decided to make it a spear. Is it kunai? That said, cool drawings, man. I got to go. Bye. Yeah, bye, bro. I'll see you later. Will you be coming anytime soon? Like, so that I'll do live stream. Maybe next week or so. What is kunai? Let me see. Oh yeah, I think I know what you mean. No, it's not. It's just a spear. I'll make it long so you can see. I first heard about like kunai from Naruto. I think Sasuke always used it. It's just a really long spear. It's a retractable spear. It's quite long, so she can, how they have these walking sticks for blind people where they can just like fold it. But hers, it doesn't fold. It just like retracts, like just goes in. Um, yeah, I don't know if you can see it. It goes all the way down here like this, and then it can even go longer. It's like a techie sci-fi spear. um, it's just that I'm not coloring. If not, coloring usually helps to give distinction to how things look. Let's see if that's following perspective. Yeah, that's better. Aaron, you said you've been sick for days. You're coughing really hard. Oh, sorry. What's wrong? What's wrong with you? Is it cold? Are you having cold, or have you like been to the hospital or something? or pharmacist at least. Because where I stay, Nigeria is pretty humid, but where I stay in particular, this location, it gets quite cold. Even throughout the year, there can be some spells where like the place is really cold, and it can cause like serious cough and catarrh to the point where you can't even talk well. Um, yeah, so I'm always wearing socks and stuff like that around the house. Like just like that, you could be sleeping and you could just wake up with a cold. Um, that's why you always have to like wear like heavy sweaters and things like that. Um, at least from my end. But in other parts of the country, it's not like that. You're cold. It's really freezing here, and you went out with short sleeve t-shirts. I guess that's what happened. Um, what do you usually take for cold? Whenever I usually have cold, I do make something we call like pepper soup. Um, usually have pepper soup and like hot. It's usually hot, and it usually has broth. I believe this is how you spell broth. It usually has broth and some pieces of meat, goat meat. And once I take it, I always keep my body warm, and before you know it, I begin to have like mucus coming out of my nose and things like that, and the cough usually reduce that. You said your broke ass grammar is crying. No, your grammar is good enough. Uh, it's good enough. Like English is not well. English is sort of our first language over here in Nigeria as well. So, but we have about 250 languages here. So, and not everybody's language is perfect. Not everybody's English is perfect. We even have what we call like broken English or like pidgin. So you're not alone with the poor grammar. But just take some broth, like drink warm water. You could make it a little bit hot, and tea. I don't like tea that much, but whenever I get cold, tea has saved me a lot, and I've been able to walk. Because if I'm sick, I don't walk. Uh, no money for me, and being broke means death, literally. So yeah, just get some. I'm sure there's a version of pepper soup, in Turkey. There's definitely a version of pepper soup, and it's simply just broth with goat meat. You could have any meat, you could apply any meat, and you take it for like 2 days, and then you then take tea, and you'll be good. Just drink warm water constantly, and you'll be all right. You said, I guess it's enough. You understand me, and I understand you as well. To me, it's good, I guess. Yeah, it's all right. Um, your grammar is pretty fluent. Like it's more than good enough. So I mean, we've been communicating. We've been communicating quite well for a while now, and I don't think there's any misunderstanding in language. So even though everyone has their individual languages, so like over here in my country, we have like three major languages apart from just English. We have three major languages. So we have Igbo, Hausa, and Yoruba, and that's the majority tribe and language in the country. And there are other hundreds of languages that people speak. So uh, even with that, we still speak good English, and we speak enough to the point where everybody can be understood. So um, you're all right. Yeah. So I'm just going to begin to add a little bit of blacks here and there to her clothes and outfits, so that, you know, ideally she's wearing like some sort of black. So there will be a lot of blacks here and there actually, if I'm being honest. Um, if I'm gonna do live stream again, can I draw Chainsaw Man? Yeah, I can, but I don't like drawing other people's characters, to be honest. I think that's one big flaw of mine, unless I'm being paid to do it. Yeah, like as you can see, I could have drawn Wonder Woman here, but I don't like drawing like other people's characters. There's already enough one drawing in the world, so like me just drawing one more, um, I don't think it will add anything else to the character. You know what I would do? I would rather draw like somebody's character, like let's say if you have a character or something like that. I'd rather draw your character or like draw a friend's character than, you know, draw like a really popular character already. Um, Especially when I'm not being paid for to do it. Yeah. I promise it's not pride. It's just like I don't see any benefit to doing it. Um, I'd rather like if you have a character, I'd draw that. Um, draw like these popular characters. Although I have read Chainsaw Man, pretty cool character. Denji, I believe is his name. Yeah, not that old. Yeah, so she has this gauntlet on her, and it's also quite metal. And these are why I like Jim Lee's art too, because of the way he draws metal. And it's just a complete vibe, to be honest. You said you don't have any character and friend. Are you serious? You can't tell me you don't have any friends. You said I just hit you with the harsh realities of life. Wait. You can't. Wait, don't you have any like siblings or something like that? Like I don't go out a lot, so I have like probably like 5 or 6 friends in total that I talk with, but I don't go out a lot, so we only see each other once in a while. Um, but you have to have friends, man. Like even like your siblings. Like I wouldn't say my sister is my best friend, but she's, you know, one of the closest. Um, she's one of like, well, she's my friend, but like, you know what I mean. Um, you have to have friends, man. Come on. Wait, you're telling me your parents are so strict that you don't even have like people that like show up to your house and like you can like have a chat with, that type of thing. I don't think that's cool, man. That's not cool at all. Like when I was in secondary school as well, like I mean I didn't go out a lot, but our parents were pretty chill with regards to friends. Um, Friends are important. Like a lot of the, you know, successes I have in my life are because of the friends I have, the people I have around me. You know, they link you up, they help you, you know, in down times when you're broke and you don't have money. They can just give you some change, and you know, when they are broke as well, you can help them out. And you know, during their birthdays, they can give you cake, and you don't have to buy food for that day. That kind of thing. So you just eat their cake and have a full belly. Um, I told you my family doesn't allow friends. I have one brother, but he doesn't even look at my face. Damn. That is that is quite harsh. I bought him game character figures, books, and lots of things, and he doesn't even say basic thank you. I mean, I wouldn't say best friend for my brother. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I'm laughing, but oh my god, sorry, man, sorry. Uh, wow, that is wow. I can't relate to that, to be honest, because I also have, I just have one sibling, so it's just me and my sister, and when we're young, we didn't go out a lot as well. But when I was in the latter years of like secondary school, I went out a lot and met people. I had more freedom, but like you know, we didn't go out a lot in general. Like my sister and I are quite like reserved introverts, that kind of thing. So usually we had a lot of fun together. Like yeah, but I can't. I don't. Damn. I think that's not cool of your brother though. You know, friends are really important. I mean, like my sister and I, we didn't like go out, so we usually spent a lot of time together. She likes writing. She's pretty reserved. Um, but like we're really close. Like, we're really close. She makes me laugh. I make her laugh. We're quite close. So, sorry to rub that in your face, though. But the thing I thought that like if you don't go out a lot and you don't, um, you're always indoors, it would, be pretty apt for you to, have like stronger bond with your brother or like whatever sibling you have at home. Um, how old is your brother? Like if he's like in his like if he's like younger or something, I can probably understand. But like if he's older and he doesn't treat you well, then definitely it can be that's not very mature of him in his from his own end. He said it's really nice to meet you, but I have to sleep. It's night time. It's 3 a.m. All right, so you guys are like 2 hours ahead of us. It's 1 a.m. here. Yeah, good night. Have a nice night and sleep. And yeah, I do understand now why you don't have a social media. It would have been nice to like follow you or something, um, and chat maybe. Uh, but yeah, it's all good. We'll see later. I do like try to stream every day, so hopefully I stream tomorrow, and we can chat as well. Um, yeah. Thank you for like coming, showing up and having a chat with me. It was nice getting to know you. Um, yeah. It was fun. It was fun. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah. So the reason why I'm like making her fingers black is because I'm trying to add the texture of her gloves. She's not wearing. She like Wonder Woman's hands over here. Just it's her hands. It's her flesh. So he's definitely not going to add a lot of texture and detail. Uh, but Musa over here, she's wearing like a gloves, thick gloves. So like um, it's going to show. So that's what I'm doing here. And then in this area as well. That's and you can see over here, with the texture of the like her metal breastplate. You can see there's a bounce lights over like you know like um, the chest is usually like this, yeah, but like with female chest they have like breasts. So like this is a normal chest like pectoralis major, but then they have like breasts here. So whenever there's light, just like round objects and that they shadow, right, there's usually bounce light in the environment. It's the same thing with even the chest of the male, of the men. um Whenever there's bounce lights, the color of the outfits, like it's going to like bounce right up to the chest, and that's why there's usually like a bit of a highlight around this area. um Hello, hello Barry. I'm just going to call you Barry. Hello Barry, how you doing? Hope you're having a nice night or nice evening or nice afternoon, wherever you are chatting from. You say it's giving JoJo Bizarre Adventure vibe. Is it? Is it? I see. Okay. Oh, probably the face. The face. I'm sure it's definitely the face. But I was actually trying to copy Jim Lee's face. Um, yeah. But I do get what you mean. Like I've seen the comics and the posters. Even though I've just read how many issues of JoJo Bizarre Adventure. I read the original, the first like issue, um, but I didn't finish it. I think I just read like two issues. I didn't enjoy the art. The art probably became better like with each issue, but I didn't watch it. And then with the anime, I watched the first iteration of the anime. Yeah, I don't know. These days I hardly watch anime. Even shows, TV shows. Um, uh, yeah, yeah. He said probably the face. He said, not gonna lie, I tried to watch the anime, but I'm too lazy to continue. Yeah, like I mean, I like the anime is alright. I didn't finish. I didn't reach the parts that everybody's hyped about. Um, Usually, one of the reasons I watch anime is because of their power systems. Most of them do have decent power systems, so I just watch it for that. But you know, and most of them have cool stories as well, and their animation is really great. But I couldn't finish it. I couldn't finish it. Yeah, my next Netflix subscription expired, and I didn't feel like renewing it, so I just left it. I just left it. Um, and these days there are just so many shows that you just feel like, what's the point? Like whenever you have the time, you watch it. If you don't, you just forget about it. And whenever you're free, you just create time and watch it. Although there are shows that I do like monitor, like that I just keep at the back of my mind so that whenever they release new episodes, I'm like there to watch them. But I don't know why. It's probably because I'm older. When I was younger, I did take it very seriously. It's just unfortunate that during that time I didn't watch JoJo Bizarre Adventure. Yeah, you too. You said you don't have time to really watch anime. Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you. Like you're not alone. Um, I didn't like the way I drew that Hachiman. Like to watch even any form of media these days, I'm always tempted. Like I really do want to watch them, but I just if I just divert time into it, it's going to take time away from the things I actually want to do, and it's not sustainable. And I actually like eating food and paying my bills, and if I spend time watching anime, I won't be able to do that. So that's the problem. hopefully one day, we'll be rich enough to the point that we can live a life of leisure and watch as much anime as we want or TV shows as we want, in my opinion. And to be honest, sometimes the stories don't move me. I can't lie. Um, Sometimes the stories are quite repetitive. Um, Not all of them. Like I'm not saying like having something cliche is bad, but sometimes you could just predict the plot and you just be like, I can't be asked. So that's just the reality. So she has a cybernetic arm here. I'm just going to do my best to sort of like do the metal effect that he usually has. So yeah, he said true, some are just too boring. Yeah, yeah, they are. To be fair, there's a lot of regurgitation of content these days. I can even see it. You can even see it with like the biggest companies. They just do remakes here and there, and you know it can be quite repetitive. Like, s- where is the inspiration? Where's the where's the originality? Even though, to be fair, nothing is truly original. But you get what I mean. I think I messed up that metal. That looks very terrible. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to do this. I suck at detailed metal. I can't lie. Yeah, Boruto. The only anime I really watched was One Piece, Naruto, and all. Yeah, 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 yeah. I was part of the generation that watched Naruto um and One Piece. I didn't watch One Piece. I haven't like these days sat down to like watch One Piece. I tried giving it a chance, to be honest. I haven't tried out the manga, but it just wasn't working for me. To be honest, I tried. I really tried, but it just wasn't working for me. And what else? Yeah, yeah. I tried those earlier animes as well, but they just well. Naruto was one of my favorites for a while, for a long time. I really like Naruto, man. Even now, I really like it. It's just that there were some times where, like, oh my goodness, the way they try to extend the stories because they were trying to milk it for every single penny that the show could create. It was frustrating at times. Uh, yeah, lots of episodes as well. Um, um, you said you cannot be the only one that finds Boruto trash. Yeah, yeah. So while I was on Naruto, like I watched Naruto a lot. I really liked the characters. Um, and then Boruto came out, and I was like, wow, nice, more Naruto stories. And then I figured out the Boruto guy is his son. Like, yeah. I mean, I said, okay, I'll give it a chance, right? It's still Naruto. It's still the Jujutsu world. Like, probably, well, like, they could have, like, some interesting stories. But I gave it a chance, and to be honest, I just found myself wanting more of the old characters. I just found myself, like, asking, like, where's Sasuke? Where is, Shikamaru? Like, where are they? Like, I kept asking for them, and just didn't. Where's Gara? I didn't really care much for the new generation. Um, so yeah, I didn't continue. The only things that I watched that I really liked was the fight scenes, and it even involved the old characters. It involved Naruto and that alien guy. I've forgotten the name. Is it Momoshi or Momoshi? I've forgotten his name. Um, yeah. So that was my favorite. Another scene where was when like even Momoshi like fought the Hokages or the Kages. Yeah, that scene, that was really dope. It was nice seeing Gara. It was nice seeing those old prodigies from different villages. Yeah, yeah, Urishimaru. Yeah, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, so like I just found myself craving more content on the old characters, and I wasn't really invested in these new characters. And maybe I will, but like I just wasn't interested. I couldn't be asked, man. I couldn't. Yeah. So yeah, that was just the situation. Yeah, One Piece is quite long. One Piece is quite long, and the time I decided to get into it, there are already thousands of like episodes already, and God, that's a lot. I just, I just couldn't. I just couldn't. Yeah, so I left One Piece, man. Uh, so apparently I would never like get it. Um, yeah. Hmm. Well, I started reading fiction books, so that took my time. That's I guess that filled in the anime void. Um, that's terrible. That's terrible. Um, these days, I do try to watch sometimes, but it's quite difficult to watch movies. Though there's one I'm watching these days that I've talked about, I think in like these last three streams that I did. Um, it's called The Pit. It's a medical drama, and yeah, it's just relaxing. There are no stakes, you know. Sometimes you just need something not super fantasy sometimes. So I'm just adding these hatches to kind of add texture to our cloth, even though he did do it. But I sort of remember, like yesterday, with the character of Nightwing and Superman, I think that I drew, their clothes did have textures. So like these hatching lines were like all over it. So um, I just used them to just applying that technique. Um, you said you used to draw, but you kind of stopped. Why did you stop, Barry? Did you stop because of work? Did you stop because of school? Um, what made you stop? Because to be honest, I actually started drawing when I was quite young. Would I say 5 or 6 years old? And I honestly never stopped. I, I just never stopped. Like, no matter what, I just, even, I don't know, maybe I just couldn't live without it. Because when I was younger and I bought cassettes for like cartoons, I'll just pause those cartoons and just draw them and just like draw the poses, especially like superhero cartoons. I'll just pause them, draw the poses, and yeah, like even comics, I would pause them and draw the comics, the comic book poses. I said pause. I would use the references like the artists. I'll just draw what they had there, even though they were terrible drawings. Yeah. But what made you stop? School. Um, because even when I was in school, because of how our school situation is in this country, when I was in uni, our schools would go on strike. So like during that time, I'll use that and draw. Plus, I was working on Fiverr for a while, so I would always get jobs like people would request character designs and commission works in general, portrait paintings, concept arts. Like so, I always like I was always quite connected to art, to be honest. And then yeah, I was getting jobs on Fiverr for a while, and then like the platform became very oversaturated, and they started doing like a lot of, I don't know, they were just making the platform very, I don't know what to say, like it was just difficult to be on the platform. So I left the platform. Um, Although like the job I'm currently doing, it was because of that platform I was able to those guys were able to contact me. So I've always been drawing. I don't think I would stop. I can't stop, to be honest. Um, I, I've committed my life to it. So I would have to find a way to make money doing art, or just die broke probably. Um, yeah, I guess that's just my reality. You said honestly you gave up for a moment because people around me seemed so good without making lots of efforts. Yeah, I get what you mean. Like in this stream, like currently, like that we're doing right now, I'm currently watching live that David Finch did because I just like watching him draw. So he's just playing in the background, and his art is like very incredible, and it's far better than what I'm doing at the moment. Yeah, but to me it doesn't really discourage me. It's sort of it just inspires me. It shows me that there are levels to go. It's just like somebody with Superman's abilities, and like a child Kryptonian, I would say. And then you figure out that in the future you will be able to fly like Superman, and you'll be able to do all these incredible things that Superman can do. You just have to practice to become good. So that's the way I see it, and I think that's the way everybody should see it. Shouldn't get discouraged, bro. You said making money with drawing is actually cool. Yeah, it's decent. Like it's Fiverr, so they weren't exactly paying, great amounts of money. But it's quite cool to get paid. And let me tell you something. Like even during that time, my art wasn't great. Like it wasn't that great, man. Like the art wasn't great at all. So, but I was still able to get jobs. I was still good enough to get jobs, and I would learn on the job as well. So it was not like I was perfect. So whenever they asked if I could do something, because I needed money, I would just say yes and then figure out how to do it in the process. Or I would ask my friends that are also on Fiverr how they would do it, and that was how I learned and improved. And these days, I don't like how my art is looking, and that's why I do a lot of studies to improve. But at the same time, I try to apply the studies that I'm doing. So I would learn, like, do like a David Finch, or like in this case, Jim Lee's studies. But then when I would then go to do my own comic, like what, because I'm working on my own comic, I would then like apply the things that I've learned to that. So, and the more I do it, the more I improve. And yeah, it's just like how do I call it? The way I see it is like a game, or like steps, or like levels. And as an artist, you have to start from somewhere, and then you get to the next level, to the next level. You learn a skill. The same thing with gaming. You need to acquire some things to actually level up. So yeah, that's what I do. That's the way I look at it. I just look at the possibilities. But I do get you. Maybe you have more passion for something else than art, and that's also cool. Or you have aptitude for something else apart from art. But the way I see art as a skill, and even though you might have aptitude, there are people that are born with more better aptitude and affinity for it. It's still something you can learn. It's still a skill at the end of the day, in my opinion. So if it's something you still like, don't stop, bro. Don't stop. Keep going. He said, "All right, man. Yeah, all right." Like I'm watching David Finch's work right now, and it can be quite intimidating how good he is, and the amount of work he has done and the things he has done. And most times, a lot of these people that are working, that you're looking at their art, a lot of them are younger than you, and you look at what they've achieved, and it can be quite overwhelming. But yeah, you know, everybody has their own journey, so um, you can't compare too much. So you just be very frustrated with life. I'm telling you. Yeah. But I hope you do get back to drawing, man. The world needs more artists and more creative people. It's uh, it's very fun. It's so much fun. It's tasking though. Uh, I won't lie about that, but I do enjoy it. So he didn't put black around this area of her thigh, but because of this clothing stuff, um, I'm putting I'm putting black in that area. And look at this cool texture around her skirt. You can tell it's sort of like some rough leather or something. Um, you're welcome, Berry. Anytime. You're welcome, man. To be honest, I'm a bit confused on what to do with regarding like her fit, her outfit. I can't lie. I don't want to. I don't want to do too much. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to apply like minimal hatches around. Yeah, something like this. I finally learned how to like apply hatches with this brush because it was giving me a bit of an issue before. And yeah, I don't think there'll be darkness there. Yeah. That's like the shadow. Um, you know what? Ideally, the light is coming from the left side. Yeah, yeah. So this shadow is correct, and this one's correct as well. So this area is going to be quite bright. But because of this cape, this other tie as well is going to be dark like this. It can be quite, what do they call it? Idealistic shadowing. Uh, yeah, so sometimes you just have to improvise with the shadowing or try to still stick to the form of the subject. Yeah, so there are different like hatching techniques. So I just, you know, this David Finch guy uses this hatching techniques to add shadow and depth to the cloth or like the person's body or the thing the person is wearing. Um, yeah, so that's what's going on. And you know what? It's actually kind of black, so it should be darker. It should be darker. I think that's what I'll do. I'm trying to see if I'm in the right here. I'm trying to see, man. The shadow is quite tricky. From what I'm seeing here, the shadow is around. So this thing takes practice, I won't lie. I've kind of confused myself in a way. I'll figure it out, because the light is coming from her right, so yeah, I know what to do. Yeah, shadowing is not easy, man. Sometimes it can make or break your work. uh, so you kind of have to be careful sometimes with it. That looks terrible. The issue is because like she's not wearing the same material as Wonder Woman, so it's a bit of a doozy. Thanks, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. So that means there is going to be shadow here. I think like this. I think that's good. Can I play a song? Yeah, I'm playing something in the background, but it's a song that is not copyright, so that it doesn't get flagged by YouTube, and also um, so that it doesn't overshadow my voice. But I don't know if you can hear this. Can you hear that? But I can increase the volume if you want. All right, all right. I hope it doesn't overshadow my voice, because it can be quite loud. Right, so I'm just following the form of her leg. And yeah, that's the arm. And what I can then do now, because I could use this, there was this manga technique I learned where you could just use hatching lines for blacks, something like this. So you can just use something like this and just define the texture. Hello Maya, how you doing? Hope you're having a nice day, or nice evening, or nice afternoon, depending where you're from. It's quite early in the morning over here, in Nigeria. It's 1:34 a.m. I think 1:34 a.m. Um, Barry, you said because I suggested a song, but I don't know if you can. Okay, do you mean you want me to play like a song? You have a song recommendation? Um, if you have a song recommendation, I'm open to it, but I won't be able to play it here because of copyrights. Most songs are copyrighted songs. So, and if I play them, YouTube would flag them, and the stream won't go on. Or they probably give me a warning, to be honest. Uh, so yeah, this is the technique I use for like whenever a cloth is black and you just want to add a bit of texture to make it look cool and unique. You can just do this. They look like hatching lines, but you know, they also make the outfit look cool. Um, uh, Maya said you're good. Oh my God, the drawing is amazing. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Um, I'm actually copying Jim Lee. I'm trying to study his art style to improve my own, to pick one or two things from his art and make mine better. That's the goal, anyways. Thank you. Barry said it's Adrenaline by Atiz, but it's totally fine if you can't play it. Uh, it seems that would be a copyrighted music. Uh, I would love to check it out, anyways. Um, yeah. So you can just use this texture technique. If you have black that you want, if you want to draw like black, and you don't want to like, you know, you just want to do like black and white drawing like this, you can just use this and just kind of follow the form of the character's body, and it's going to look nice. Mm. At least according to Maya, it looks nice. So I guess it's working. I definitely took longer than I should on this, but it was fun chatting while drawing, and then you could then do this for so usually because they are not the same material. This straps around her leg, and that looks cool. Just adding a bit of texture around it so that it doesn't look too clean. I mean, it's a used boot, so yeah. So yeah, that's all right. It's going to be the same for this because they are the same materials. I know that looks all right. I'm going to take that as a yes. I'm going to keep it that way. And I think we're done. And I think we're done. I'll probably just add the texture for the, what do I call it, for the spear. Then I can just add a bit of texture here and there for the spear. And just add the texture is what's going to give it a bit of depth here and there, and you know, so that your art looks really good. Then you could just add black over there and like that. Yeah, so yeah, that looks all right. I'm just going to add these buildings. You said, do I speak other languages than English? Uh, I speak Igbo, but I'm not very fluent in it. Igbo is my tribal language, so I speak that, but I'm not very fluent. I don't speak fluently. I hear fluently, but I don't speak fluently. But I don't speak like the general like Spanish, French. Even though I did learn French in school. Uh, yeah, so no, bro. Sorry. Should have paid more attention in French class, to be honest. Um, because I probably would have been able to go to France or something. What other languages do you speak, Barry? Yeah, French is your first language. Yeah, we did French in school, but it was in secondary school or high school, as they would say. Uh, but I didn't pay attention. I'm going to be very honest, and I always failed French class. Uh, so yeah, I don't know any French. I just know the general greeting, the that everybody in the world knows, the bonjour and the comment ça va, and the je m'appelle Jean. So, and that's it. That's about the extent of my French. At least I paid attention in that part of the class. Um, Maya, you said I got to go. I love your drawing. Thank you, Maya. I really appreciate it. And bye. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate you stopping by and having a brief chat with me. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Barry, you said, but there's also Arabic, English, obviously, a little Spanish, and I'm trying to learn Korean and Japanese. Jesus, are you like a secret genius or something that that I don't know about? Like, how many languages do you speak? Like, you're also learning Korean and Japanese. Wow. Yeah. I don't know any Korean. I only know the like popular Korean sayings that are usually in, because I did watch Korean for a while. I said Korean. I did watch Korean series for a while. I was a bit interested in like a lot of Korean TV shows. But like I got that out of my system, and I wasn't interested anymore. So yeah, but some of my favorite TV shows are Korean, and I watch them in Korean. So, but I don't. Damn, that's a lot of languages, man. That's a that's a lot. But you're learning Korean and Japanese though. Like those are quite difficult languages, man. Korean and Japanese. Whew. Like we have, I don't know if you heard this, but I said this earlier in the stream. We have about like 250 languages in my country alone, and there are three major languages apart from English. So, and those languages enough are like, um, those languages are like, that's a lot of work learning those languages. Although there are a lot of people that actually speak all three languages in addition to English. So technically, we have a lot of people that speak about three languages on average in the country. But I'm not one of them though. Um, then adding, but up to five languages, whew, that's a lot, man. Um, okay, yeah. You say what did I watch? Yeah, there's this show that I watched called it's probably my favorite. It's called Replay. Was it 1988 or something, or 1995? Let me check it out. Replay 19. I said 1988. Yeah, Replay 1988. It was in 2015. Yeah, this is one of my favorite 1988. This this is my favorite Korean TV series. I had so much fun watching it, man. Like I would recommend that to like anybody. And okay, you do. Yeah, yeah, it's amazing. This is my favorite. And I also liked there was one I forgotten the name. Is he something my lovely or something like that? I can't remember. Yeah, I also like my Mister. I really like my Mister. Um, yeah, this show is really interesting. I love this show. I love the relationship between um this she was, I think she was a lady in debt or something, and he was her boss, and he like helped her with her debt, and he was sort of like a father figure to her, or something. And I also watched you know, it's one of my favorites. It's a recent one. When life gives you tangerines. When life gives you tangerines. Yeah, that's not gonna enter. But when life gives you tangerines, that's another like really nice Korean shows. Yeah, yeah, check out my Mister. I 100% believe you like it. The only issue is that like I think one of the actors passed away. Uh, yeah, it's quite unfortunate. I really liked the guy. Um, and then one of my favorites as well is it's like a vengeance story. I've forgotten the name, man. I've forgotten the name. It was one of my favorite TV series for a while though. I can't remember. But when life gives you tangerines, I really like that story. It's amazing. They have they have a decent amount of TV shows. There's another one called Boyhood, I think. This one is very funny. Even this is funny as well. They are quite comedic. Uh, but yeah, they do have a lot of shows that are bangers. But most of the times, their shows can be quite generic and just like I don't know, man. They can be quite like predictable and tiring. Um, you said Bloodhounds. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I've watched Bloodhounds, but I didn't finish it. You mean the guys who were Navy SEALs, I think, and then they then became boxers and then became like security guys or something like that, private security or something. Yeah, I really like that. Those guys have great bromance, uh, but I didn't finish it. I didn't finish it. There were times where we were watching like up to three Korean TV shows at the same time. Like I was like on a binge do they call it marathon binge or something like that? I was watching a lot of TV shows. Uh but yeah, I think I got a lot of their TV shows out of my system. But once in a while I do go back to check out some. Like I did watch the When Life Gives You Tangerines. I watched that recently. I think about a year ago or so. So and it came out quite recently as well, I think. Yeah, Bloodhound is amazing. I didn't finish it though, so I don't know how amazing it like ended up, but I did like it. Um, but I didn't finish it. What was the name of the one I watched? Let me check. Let me check for it. Uh, because these actors do act in a lot of shows together. They repeat a lot of shows. They repeat a lot of shows together. So I've forgotten the name, man. I've forgotten the name of the TV show. It was one of my like favorites for a while. It's about a vengeance story about a girl. She was bullied when she was in high school, and it sort of affected her life. Um, so like she then like sort of took vengeance on a lot of them. So that's what the story is about. You said you're like at episode 7. Okay. You said it's kind of sad. You mean Bloodhounds? Yeah, I think like he has a mom. One of the characters, like the two characters, a much more reserved one. He has a mom, and his mom owns like a shop, and then she took a loan from like a loan shark or something, and they are like kind of harassing her and everyone in the street. So, and the boys are kind of standing up to the loan sharks. I think that's the plot of the story, right? Uh, is that it? He said K dramas um, can sometimes be so insane, but some can be predict. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They have a lot of you know, stories that are quite. You can easily predict them. But I can't lie, there are a lot of like really good shows. Like I do like the ones that are quite. I don't know, like slice of life. Um, I really like those ones. Something like what do they call it? Um, like this replay 1988 is slice of life, and what do I call it? My liberation notes. I don't know if you've seen that one. I really like that one. It's a slow burn, and I don't know. It's a TV series you just watch with a cup of coffee or something. Um, like yeah, it's just something chill. They have really good shows like that. Uh, but if you've watch, you can check out like Replay 1988. It's quite nostalgic. Uh, even though like the show wasn't in my era, I saw a lot of similarities with their environment, with that of mine when I was growing up. Even though I grew up in the 2000s, not 1988. Just adding the rubble. Right, so I'm just going to add. Do I have to copy exactly? Or you just have to get the idea of what he's trying to do? Alright, so, and then what you can then do is use the eraser and just create those cracks around that are being highlighted. Do I know Weak Hero? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I really liked Weak Hero. Yeah, Weak Hero was fun. I really liked it. I, I even read the manhwa for Weak Hero. I liked it so much. I actually read the manhwa. I mean, it's not that deep, but it's just fun. Uh, Plus, I like the guy that also acted the role, that played the role in the, what do you call it? In the K drama. Yeah, yeah, I really liked it. Weak Hero. I can't lie, they have a lot of good shows. They have a lot of good shows. Um, June, yeah, yeah. There's a manhwa. There's a manhwa. It's also from the same name. A lot of these K dramas, they actually inspired from most manhwas. It's just that the creative team, they just like they could refine the story and just make it a bit more like interesting in comparison to you know because the story can be pretty simplistic in the manhwa sometimes. So yeah, they just take the story and like add more substance to it, and just make it look better in the K-drama. So I did read it's not pretty consistent with the manhwa, but the manhwa is pretty fun. It's all right. I didn't finish it though. Didn't finish it. Mm. He said you don't remember the main character's name in the K drama, but his other friend is Soho. To be honest, I don't remember any of their names. Because I don't know. Korean names are quite difficult for me. I don't remember their names at all. Uh, so, but I remember their faces. Uh, yeah, I do remember their faces. So, but I don't remember their names. And especially during that time, I was watching a lot of Korean drama, so I couldn't keep up. Yes, I remember the show I was talking about. I was thinking about that time was My Dearest. Yeah, I really loved that show, man. I don't know if you can see this, My Dearest. Let me check it out. That was the show, but it's not. There's another one I was thinking about, My Dearest. Yeah, that's the show. It's 2023. Yeah, that's the show I was thinking about. There's still one more in my head that I really liked, but I don't remember the name as well. You said sometimes Korean names are difficult to remember. Yeah. They are quite difficult to remember. I can't lie. You said you love the K drama. Is there K? Am I seeing that well? Uh, I I don't know that K drama. Is there K drama called Let me check. I don't see any K drama by that name. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm a real unk. You meant so much. Ah, God. Oh yeah. So, yeah, I didn't get that. That just flew over my head. That flew over my head. Yeah, age is catching up with me. Yeah, yeah. But I really liked Boyhood. Up to this date, they haven't released the next season. I think it's just season one. But Replay 1988 is my favorite. I just like it's just such a cozy um, K drama. And then When Life Gives You Tangerine is also cool. And then My Dearest is also really nice. I really love those ones. There's also one about I've forgotten the name. Is it The Taxi Driver? I think that's the name of the K drama. Um, what's his name? The Taxi Driver, I think is the name of the K drama. And yeah, that one is really cool. I really like that one. I haven't finished it up to this date though. Whew. I still haven't finished it up to now. There are lots of K dramas that I started, but I didn't finish it for whatever reason. I still can't recall. Yeah, Dearest. My Dearest. It's called. Let me write it bolder. Write it bolder. My Dearest. Yeah, this is it. Let me show you the image. Yeah, this is it. This is a K drama. My Dearest. Yeah. Have a nice day. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate you, Berry. Uh, and good luck on your learning Japanese and what do you call it, Korean. Uh, I could never do that, man. Have a nice day. Uh, Hopefully to see you in another stream too. I'm almost done here as well. Yeah. Uh, have a great day. All right, guys. I think that's it. We're done. It took a while. I mean, it took a lot of time to get this done, but we did get it done. Let me duplicate this and like put that out. Let me show you. All right. So this is the final piece. This is the final piece. Uh, yeah, I really had fun with this one, man. I really had fun with this. I'll see you in the next stream. I really appreciate everyone for tuning in. Uh, um, I really appreciate everyone for tuning in. Everyone who dropped by and said hi. Every single person that left a like. Um, Thank you, Fatima, for showing up. Thank you, Irene, for chatting with me. We chatted for like 2 hours or so, I think, or an hour. Hope you have a great day. Dio, my bro, thanks for tuning in as well. Um, um, Thanks, Berry, for showing up, and I really appreciate it. Thank you, Maya, for tuning in and showing up and leaving a comment and engaging with me. I really appreciate you all. I don't take it for granted, and I'll see you in the next stream, in the next video. Have a great day. Peace.